Welcome back to TechKidFX for another Fantom price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you the latest developments that have been happening here on the Fantom chart, which at the time of this recording is holding below the 20-day MA here on the 4-hour chart, which is now acting as resistance. We have also continued to obey the Elliot structures, where we had been seeing a bit of a breakdown to the lower side in the formation of these larger Elliot count 2 in a move that has managed to get into the minimum retracement area, which lies between the $0.4147 mark and the $0.2725 mark, in a move that gave us a low at around the $0.3 mark. And after seeing our low in the formation of that wave 2, we also saw the formation of this long wick to the lower side, which was the first indication that the buyers were trying to take over the market. And you can see that after printing that long wick to the lower side, we started a massive run up to the upper side in a move that gave us a high at around the $0.4862 mark. And after seeing our high over there, we are seeing a bit of a pullback to the lower side, and the first indication that we were going to see a bit of a pullback over here was the formation of this long wick to the upper side, which was the first indication that now the sellers were trying to take over the market. And that's the reason as to why we are seeing a bit of a pullback to the lower side. And I believe that whatever we are seeing at the moment is the start of an impulsive wave to the upside in the formation of this wave 3 to the upper side, and that is after seeing our bottom in the formation of this wave 2. And before I get further into the technical analysis and also sketch out my target areas to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3, first give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and also check out the channel membership. And allow me to first give you a recap of what has been happening, where you can see that after seeing our low at around the $0.16 mark, we started this massive bounce to the upper side obeying the Elliot structures, where you can see that I have this Elliot structure in red, having that as the first wave, then a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and then a wave 5, giving us a peak at around the $0.657 mark. And after seeing the formation of this 5-wave structure to the upper side, we completed an even larger Elliot wave count 1 to the upper side of this Elliot wave structure right here in yellow. And after seeing the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 1, whatever we expected next was a corrective structure in the formation of this wave 2, and using the Fibonacci's connecting them from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, that gave me a minimum retracement area in the formation of that wave 2 between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.78, which is a target area that we have fully maximized, and also gave us the low for that second wave. And I believe that whatever we are seeing at the moment is the start of that impulsive wave to the upside in the formation of this wave 3, and sketching out a target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3 by connecting the trend-based Fibonacci from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave. That gives me a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $1.1046 mark, and that is the minimum that I'm expecting this higher Elliot wave count 3 to the upper side to do. And in the formation of that wave 3, I'm also expecting to see a 5-wave structure in formation within the formation of that higher Elliot wave count 3, having the wave 5 fully maximizing our target areas and also giving us the high for that wave 3 to the upper side. And I believe we are seeing such a scenario here on the Fantom chart, and that is better seen here on the 1-hour chart. So jumping to the 1-hour chart for further analysis, you can see that here on the 1-hour chart I have a micro Elliot wave count which is being obeyed, which is a fractal wave within the formation of that larger Elliot wave count 3. And here on the 1-hour chart, you can see that after seeing our low in the formation of that second wave down there, we started this massive bounce to the upper side obeying the Elliot wave structures, where you can see that I have this Elliot wave structure in red, having that as the first wave, then a wave 2, a wave 3, a wave 4, and then a wave 5, giving us the peak at around the $0.4862 mark, and also completed an even larger Elliot wave count 1 to the upper side after finishing off the formation of this 5-wave structure to the upper side. And whatever we expected next after seeing the formation of that first wave to the upper side was a corrective structure to the lower side in the formation of this wave 2, and using the Fibonacci's connecting them from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, that gave me a minimum retracement area in the formation of that wave 2 between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, which is a target area that lies between the $0.3962 mark and the $0.3748 mark, and it is within this blue target area that I'm expecting to see the low for this second wave. And once we fully maximize that target area, then we can expect an explosive move to the upside in the formation of this wave 3. And since we have managed to get into the minimum retracement area in the formation of this wave 2, there are chances that we have now seen the bottom for this second wave to the lower side. And if that is the case, and assuming that Fantom is not going to give us one more leg down in the formation of this wave 2, we can sketch out a target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3 by connecting the Fibonacci's from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of that wave 3 at the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $0.6686 mark, and that is the minimum that I'm expecting that wave 3 to the upper side to do, where I will also be expecting to see another 5 wave structure in formation, having the wave 5 fully maximizing our target area and also giving us the high for that higher Elliot wave count 3. But we also need to be prepared for a worst case scenario, where in case we continue seeing lower prices, that is in case the breakdown continues and at some point we lose the lower side of this blue target area, which is the fib level 0.618, then we need to continue watching the next key area on the Fibonacci's, which is the fib level 0.78. So using the Fibonacci's once more, connecting them from the low of the first wave to the high of that wave 1, the next key area that we need to watch in case we lose the fib level 0.618 is the fib level 0.78. In case we lose the fib level 0.618 is the fib level 0.78, which lies at around the $0.3453 mark, and that is the maximum that we can expect that second wave to the lower side to do. And I need to extend my target area back to that key area on the Fibonacci's to allow for further breakdown in case the breakdown continues. And in case the breakdown continues and we get into that target area that is between the fib level 0.618 and the fib level 0.78, then I'll be expecting Fantom to see the bottom for that second wave before we can start our massive run up to the upside in the formation of that wave 3. And I believe in the formation of this second wave, this is another buying opportunity for Fantom, so that we can be able to ride that massive bounce to the upside in the formation of that wave 3. And that is not financial advice, so make sure that you do your own research, and that is what I'm expecting here on the short term scenarios. And getting back to the 4-hour chart to take a look at the indicators, here on the RSI we are trading at around the 45 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to fully support lower prices in case the breakdown continues. But in case we reverse, since we have managed to get into the minimum retracement area in the formation of that wave 2, that movement on the RSI will still be supported. Also taking a look at the market, we have been able to print a bearish cross, suggesting lower prices are still coming our way, suggesting also that there might be further breakdown here on the Fantom chart. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll be keeping you updated.